How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing and setting up this LaserJet printer. This is the M110w, and of course it is by HP. So let's get into the fun part, and that's that unboxing. All right, so it looks like they want us to start right here, or at least that's where the cable's at. So kind of interesting design there. All right, so I went ahead and just opened it up from the top here. They do give us a user guide here, and I was saying this is a laser printer, so it's not using your stereotypical ink. The reason I got this was actually because my ink printer only gets used maybe twice a year, and every time I go to use it, the ink dries up. So I have to buy ink almost every time I print a document, and that's just not very practical. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and give this laser printer a try instead. So they did say this was a pretty compact printer, and honestly I was expecting it to be even bigger. So I'm definitely really impressed in this really small size here. It's not heavy and it looks pretty sturdy. Let's go ahead and take all the plastic off so we can get to the inside of this machine and see what's going on. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we do everything according to the setup guide here. So next up, they want us to remove the actual cartridge here. So I'm looking at their instructions. It looks like we're gonna pull this out first. All right, so now we're gonna take the actual cartridge out, being really careful not to touch this area. And we're going to go ahead and remove these plastic clips. And then there is another clip back here that we need to pull out as well. This is like a protective film. So we're going to go ahead and pull that right out. And now all we have to do is just put this back inside of the machine. So it actually fits in there pretty easy. And I think we're all good to basically plug it in and actually test it out now. All right, so like I was saying, this is a wireless printer. So you guys could actually download the HP mobile app and print from there on your phone, or you guys could do it wirelessly on your computer here. So basically we went to the website that they told us to in the actual user manual. Now we're just gonna put in the model of our printer and it's gonna download their app right here. All right, so now we're just gonna click open on the app here. And while we connect to this, we're gonna go ahead and press the power button on the printer, get it going. All right, so now we're gonna just click set up new printer. Just make sure, once again, that that is actually on while you're going through this entire process. While that's loading, I did want to show you where the paper is gonna go. So I didn't have any fresh paper, so we're gonna be using some old paper, but we'll try and print on this side. So that's how it's gonna look whenever you guys load it up with the paper. You guys just pull down that tab and then put your paper right in there. All right, so it looked like it already found our printer. So we're gonna press that, continue. All right, so now it's telling us to press and release that Wi-Fi icon. So now it looked like it saw that. All right, so now the printer is connected to our Wi-Fi. So technically we should be able to print from our mobile device or laptop now. So they did ask us a couple more questions, like if you wanted to share data, if you guys wanted to have auto updates and stuff like that. But that's basically it. It looks like we're loading here and we're about done with the setup, so we could actually print here in a moment. All right, so I just pulled up some random document. Let's go ahead and see if it's gonna let us print. So we're gonna click print down there. All right, and so from there, you're gonna click right here on that box and then select your printer. So we found our HP LaserJet. Now we're gonna click print and we're gonna see how this goes over here. And like I was saying, I am printing on some old paper, so I'm hoping that I selected the right side. All right, so as you guys could see, I do have like a document up at the top, but down here, it printed all of this within just like a couple of seconds. All right, so we're gonna do one more print job with this thing. I went ahead and extended this out, and you guys could see everything was printed right over here. The print quality is really good. I don't see any streaks since it is a laser printer. So definitely pretty impressed with the print quality of this HP LaserJet. So hopefully this was able to help you guys set up your printer. I know setting up printers can be kind of complicated, but HP did a pretty good job at giving us simple instructions to follow and a really easy app to work with. So if you guys are looking for a nice LaserJet printer, this is definitely a pretty good one. And that's it for my quick unboxing and demo.